When Ivan Plazanet was appointed as project director for the new Peugeot 406, he was determined to make it the most dynamic car in its class. Designers set about creating the shape. Sleek, handsome, effortlessly stylish. From sweeping lines to the finest detail, they created perfection. You demand nothing less. Because the car you drive says something about you. And because you drive it, it has to perform. That's why Plazanet invested over £35 million developing an innovative new rear suspension. His aim to put more tyre on the road more often. It's a principle Peugeot technicians have been perfecting for some time. As it constantly adjusts to the road surface, it gives unrivaled road holding and control. It not only makes the 406 a pleasure to drive, but ultimately safer. Every Peugeot engine has been designed to give outstanding performance. Because ultimately, the new Peugeot 406 is a driver's car. You'd be disappointed if it didn't come with power-assisted steering as standard, or electric front windows, or driver and front passenger airbags. You'd be disappointed if it didn't grip the road, even on a wet surface. But you'd be forgiven for not expecting an automatic windscreen wiper, a coded keypad engine immobilizer and alarm, and split-folding rear seats, because the 406 is the car to exceed your expectations.
It was a tough act to follow. The Peugeot 405 was one of the best handling cars in its class. The car that took your breath away had drivers grinning from ear to ear up and down the country. Make the replacement better, they said. And make it better, they most certainly did. On the outside, the new 406 is perhaps the smoothest expression of the new Peugeot look. A sleek, purposeful car that means business. Those sweeping headlights, Peugeot's signature, look you straight in the eye. And in between them, a brand new badge that says, "Proud to be Peugeot." And proud they should be. This car is about to take the industry by storm and looks likely to set new standards for the opposition to match. It's big, 4 metres 55.5 centimetres from bumper to bumper, and that's bigger than Ford's Mondeo and Vauxhall's new Vectra. It's solid, tipping the scales at 1,367 kilos for this top-of-the-range 2-litre executive. And it's got doors that go clunk. On the inside, you've got quality. This 406 cabin has an expensive feel to it. Generous, comfortable seats are fully adjustable to give you that optimum driving position. The steering adjusts for both rake and reach. There's generous head and legroom for both front and rear passengers, while the dashboard has obviously been designed with you, the driver, in mind. So, the 406 certainly looks and feels the part. The question is, how does it perform? Well, on this Silverstone racetrack, we can certainly put it through its paces. Ride and handling have always been hallmarks of Peugeot's excellence. With the 406, it's just got better. You can really feel the multi-link rear suspension doing its job, providing confidence-inspiring handling that makes you think the 406 really could cope with any conditions. Winding country roads or motorway straights, this car makes easy work of either. talk safety and you're talking features to make other manufacturers go back to the drawing board. The 406 is the only volume car in its class to have driver and front passenger airbags as standard and full 3-point belts for all rear passengers. No lap straps for your children when you're driving one of these. And it's got all the gadgets you could wish for. This, the Executive, comes complete with electric windows, sunroof, air conditioning, a multi-CD player, and my favourite, electric memory settings for the driver's seat, should anyone borrow your car. On the engine front, the 406 will be available with a 1.8 or 2-litre petrol engine, or a 1.9 or 2.1-litre turbo diesel, Peugeot's speciality. And to complete the lineup, there's a 2-litre turbo petrol and V6 on the drawing board. This is the 2-litre petrol engine, and under that bonnet, there are 135 horses just waiting to get out. 0 to 60 in a respectable 11 seconds. But it's not every day you'll want to burn rubber. What you will want is to accelerate on a slip road, have extra power for overtaking, and this is where the 406's mid-range torque comes in. 30 to 50 in 4th gear in just 9 seconds, with a top speed of 126 miles an hour. Ask the 406 to do something and it responds. The first corner is Cop's Corner, and it's too fast for 2nd gear and almost too slow for 3rd, so we have to take it in 3rd, feeding the car through, and we come out of the corner at only 4,500 revs in 3rd, so we need torque to pull the car out of that corner, and the Peugeot doesn't disappoint. Snatching 4th gear as we go up to Maggots, and this is a tricky braking area for Beckett's. We want the ABS to keep us out of trouble. Brakes, a good feel, good response. The turn-in sharp, tight corner. Now traction coming out of the hairpin, and that's very good as well. Snatch 3rd as we head off down the fairly short straight on this Silverstone National Circuit. Building up revs now, 6,000 in 3rd, 80 miles an hour. Again, just needing 4th gear before we brake hard for Brooklands Corner. Again, down to 2nd gear. The steering gives me just that right feel, feedback and response. I like that too. Engine, wind and suspension noise have really been kept to a minimum. All that extra sound absorbency means the 406 gives a remarkably quiet and smooth ride. And if you do make a mistake, the 406 doesn't bite that sharply. I managed to get myself out of that one. Woo-ha!
For your chance to win a weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix, call the hotline with your competition answers today on 0345 123 101. Every correct caller will automatically receive a voucher for 2 tickets for the price of 1 to this year's Touring Cars Championship at Silverstone in May.
So, it looks good, feels fine, and it's fun to drive. Oh, I almost forgot. There's a clever little sensor up here which detects rain and its intensity and operates the wipers automatically. So all you have to do is to concentrate on your driving. And driving this car is a pleasure. So if you're in the market for a family saloon, check out the new Peugeot 406. Autocar reckon it's the best family car in the world by a considerable margin.